Hi, my name is ZaKaiRan, and welcome to another one of my outrageously amazing, insanely enlightening master keys of creation about how to be the unlimited master of divine creation that you truly are to create the joy, love, well-being, and abundance that you desire. Please come visit me at ZaKaiRan.com for more self-empowering goodies to become an awesome creator of reality that you are. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my podcast and YouTube channel, The Master Keys of Creation. But anyway, here we go. Realism is for zombies. Keeping it unreal to create what you want rather than more of what you don't want. Becoming a master of unreal creation. So what does this mysterious title mean? Well, most people are realists. They look at life and say, that's how life is, so we've got to be realistic. And they look at problems in life and say, well, we've got to be realistic and admit that that's how life is. They say, stop dreaming and be realistic. Your chances of success are slim at best. Make sure you've got a backup plan. Make sure you got a plan B. In case you fail, because your odds of success are slim, and most people focus more on the possibility of failure rather than success. They try to prepare themselves emotionally for failure in case they don't succeed by coming up with backup plans. But preparing yourself emotionally for failure doesn't prepare you for success. Being realistic about the statistics of failure and success does not make your dreams come true and doesn't make you happy and doesn't help you create what you want. Because only when we are pursuing our dreams are we truly happy. Whether we have manifested our dreams yet or not, if you're pursuing your dream without thinking about a lack of your dream, without negating your dream, without doubting your dream, if you are just focused on your dream, you're going to be happy. Only when you are in alignment vibrationally with your desires are you truly filled with joy, excitement, and your unlimited creative power. That's why it feels so good and exciting to be chasing your dream. And it never feels good being realistic and settling for what is as being the truth. Because it is contrary to our infinite, unlimited creative nature. It's contrary to the focus of who we truly are as Source, who is not ever focused upon what is. Not focused upon the past, and not even focused on what currently exists in reality. Source only focuses on what will be from our perspective, which is, to Source's perspective, what already is. When we unrealistically focus on our dreams and desires, well, things we desire that are not real yet, our Source instantly makes those unreal desires actually real in vibrational reality. So our future perspective when our desires physically manifest is our own Source's current reality. Or simply put, our future reality as our Source's present reality. The reality that we desire to experience, our Source is already experiencing it vibrationally. So if you want to create new and wonderful things in your life, you've got to think like your Source does. You got to be completely unreal and pay no attention to what is real, quote unquote, especially those real things that you don't like and don't want, which your Source never ever focuses upon, which is why it feels bad to focus on unwanted things, because your Source is not focused on those things, So when you're focused on unwanted things, you're out of alignment with your own source, and it feels bad. Being realistic and focusing on what you've got or what the world has or what the world says you deserve, etc., only creates more stuff that you've already got. Whether you like that stuff or not. It doesn't create new stuff that you don't have yet that you want. So, if you want more of the good stuff in your life, then keep focusing on the good stuff. That's easy to like, love, and appreciate. But if you no longer want the crappy stuff in your life, then stop focusing on crappy stuff in your life and the crappy stuff in life in general, which only creates more crappy stuff. It only attracts more crappy stuff to you. At the very least, it attracts unhappy feelings. You feel like shit. So instead of focusing on crappy things you don't want, just focus on the good stuff that you do want, and you will feel good. You will always feel good thinking about what you want, as long as you're not thinking about a lack of what you want. If you want new fun stuff like more money, better health, more love, lover in your bed, travel, freedom, whatever, then you've got to become a master of being unrealistic, not a master of being realistic. Everybody on planet Earth are masters of being realistic, and of course they keep creating the same shit over and over and over again. So instead of being a master of realism, you got to be an unrealistic master, a master of focusing on what doesn't exist yet. If you're looking realistically at unwanted things that you've got, being realistic will only serve up more unwanted things like what you've already got. If you want to create a better life, well, you've got to be unrealistic and create life how you want it to be, not how it is. And this vodcast was inspired by an interview with an environmentalist regarding global warming, when he said, we've got to be realistic and admit that global warming is real. And whether or not global warming is real or not is not the point. The point is, do you want to create more of the problem by being realistic, or do you want to create the solution by being unrealistic and dreaming a new world, a new healthy environment into being? The problem with being realistic or to be more street, the problem with keeping it real is nothing can ever change if all we do is focus on what's real. Being realistic is for zombies who just keep regurgitating the same shit over and over again. They're the zombies walking around complaining incessantly about unwanted things and thusly creating the same old stuff over and over again every single day, rather than the new stuff that they actually want. Zombie people just focus on what's real and what's in their faces, and they try to get rid of unwanted things rather than just creating new things. They have some sort of faulty idea. Most of humanity has a faulty idea that they believe that if they can get rid of the things that they don't like, what will be left will be the things they do want. But that is so... it's such a terrible, faulty premise, because focusing on what you don't want just attracts more unwanted things. The truly alive people don't try and change the old world. They focus on a new one. They create a new world. The truly alive people are happy and excited about life because they're focused on their dreams, not on reality, which would be depressing. The truly alive people are not focused on what's real and true. They're not focused on unwanted things. They're not trying to change the old reality. Truly alive people are the visionaries. They're the dreamers. They're the artists. They're the musicians. They're the ones keeping it unreal. They're the filmmakers. They're the actors. They're the writers. Again, they're the ones keeping it unreal rather than real. They are creating a new reality through art forms and expression. They're the ones focusing on what they want to create into physical reality things that aren't there yet. The unreal dreamers are the artists and the actors and the filmmakers and the fringe scientists and the sci-fi writers and the hippies and the new age spiritual freaks who believe in fairies and ETs and Sasquatches and dragons and subterranean cities and UFOs. And so don't keep it real, keep it unreal. I'm going to have to make a t-shirt, keep it unreal. If you truly want to be happy and fulfilled, then pay no attention to reality and instead live with your head 100% fully in the clouds. If you dream it, it will come. Just don't block the dreams from coming by being realistic. Whatever you want that isn't here yet, hold fast to that dream and don't doubt it. Enjoy the deliciousness of that dream, whatever it is. Money, the lover, travel. And don't think about the lack of that desire. Think about the juicy experience of having and being and doing that desire right now, even though it's not physically here yet. That's how you magically create what you want. Don't doubt your talent or abilities or your worthiness that you can achieve your desires. And don't believe in the false illusions of lack and struggle and hard work, or that you've got to prove that you deserve to get what you want. Basically, let go of every piece of crap that humanity has taught you about life and reality and spirituality and religion that is limited in nature. And 99.9% of what you have been taught by society is limited in nature and not true at all. Instead, believe in the true reality of infinite abundance and infinite possibilities and unlimited power to create whatever you want. And believe in your infinite power to create your desires into physical reality just by thinking about it, just by enjoying the deliciousness of that desire, and then expecting those desires to come to you. Because the universe source wants you to get what you want. And to get what you want easily and gracefully and powerfully and easily. Again, easily. Ease is your new mantra. Without having to work hard and sacrifice and prove your worth to deserve to receive whatever you want. That's old bullshit realism. That's old assertion-based controlling God bullshit. You've got to prove your worthiness so that some God will give you what you want. Don't be real, be unreal. Be miraculous. Don't be scientific, be magical. Be an unreal creator who creates unreal things into reality. Because anything that you desire can instantly come true as long as you don't doubt it. And doubt yourself. Doubt that you deserve it. As long as you don't be a realist. Instead, be an unrealist. Be a dreamer. Become a master of unreality. Become an infinite, unlimited master of unreal creation. So that you can create new and wonderful things that were previously unreal. And for many, for most people, unimaginable. So, step one to becoming a master of unreal creation is to stop focusing on the world as it is. Especially the unwanted things that appear to be so real because they're so in your face and on the news and on social media. And everybody's ranting and raving about it and going, what do you think about that? And only focus on the unreal things that you desire to experience in your life. Use the real unwanted things as launching pads for solutions and new creations. In every situation where you are staring at an unwanted thing, just ask yourself, what do I want here? And your first response may be, well, I don't like this, and I don't want that, and I want this unwanted situation to go away. I want this to die. I want to be rid of this pain, etc. Okay, great. You're now very clear about what you don't want and you don't like and don't want in your life. So, what do you want? What do you really want in your life? Well, what you want is its polar opposite. If you're staring at your empty bank account, then what you want is a full bank account. Not for your empty bank account to go away. You don't want your lack to go away. You want your abundance to come fully to you. If your aching joints or some other physical ailment is crying for your attention, ask yourself, well, what do I want? Of course, first thing you're going to go, I want this pain to go away. I don't want to feel pain. Okay, well, you're on the right track, but you're not quite there yet. That's not what you really want. What you really want is you want to be healthy. You want to feel amazing, and you want to feel fit and vibrant and energized and flexible and youthful, etc. You don't want your lack of health to go away. You want a fullness of health to come to you. You want to be your natural, healthy, happy self. So focus on that. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. How about relationship? What do you want? Do you want your partner to change so that you can be happy? No. Nice try, but no cigar. You want to be happy regardless of what your partner or lover or friend or parent or child is doing. Got no lover? Got an empty bed? Well, what do you want? Well, you don't want your lack of lover to go away, do you? So stop focusing on a lack of lover. You want the fullness of a lover. You want your bed to be full, not empty. So focus on having a lover and playing with your lover, not your lack of lover. Being realistic and focusing on a lack of lover or lack of money or lack of health, etc., will only serve to give you more realistic lack, not an unrealistic fullness of lover, money, or health. And being realistic and focusing on other unwanted situations will only serve to give you more realistic things, people, and situations that you don't like and don't want, rather than what you do want. So, I've said it 10,000 times, and I'll say it 100,000 times more. If you want to create your desires into physical reality, you got to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. You got to be unreal. You got to become a complete space cadet, a complete dreamer with your head always in the clouds. You got to believe in magic and miracles more than you believe in what's real. Until magic and miracles become just normal, everyday reality. And every single moment of your life is magical and miraculous. At least to other people, except it just becomes normal to you. It's no big deal. Oh, another magical thing has happened. Oh, well. Another miraculous thing has happened in my life. What's real isn't really real anyway, because what's real has already been created. It's already done. It's a done deal. That's why Source does not focus on what's already physically real, because it's already been created. There's nothing you can do with already created stuff. There's nothing Source can do with already created stuff. There's nothing you can do with already created stuff. It's a done deal. You can't change the old stuff. You can only create new stuff. You can't change the old reality. You got to create a new reality. That's how creation works. The force of creation does not try and change old stuff. It doesn't use the same clay to create a new sculpture. It uses new clay every single time. Humans totally screw themselves by constantly trying to repurpose all of the old shit, and by trying to constantly improve the old stuff, believing that it's faulty and wrong and bad and needs to change. And that's not creation, that's recycling. And when you focus on things being faulty, well, of course you're focusing on things being faulty, aren't you? You're not focusing on things improving. You're not focusing on what you want. You're just focusing on things being bad and wrong. And even though recycling is good for the environment, it's not how creation works. Sorry, all you recycling addicts. And I have to admit I'm one of them. Creation creates new stuff out of nothing. It doesn't try to reuse the old shit. It creates whole new stuff. It does not repurpose what exists to create something better. If you're unhappy with your relationship, creation does not try and change your lover so that they're a better lover, because that would be assertion, not attraction. This is a universe of attraction, not assertion. Instead, creation lines up a completely new vibration based on your desires for someone who is already a better lover, who is already a vibrational match to your desire for a better lover. It creates the vibration of that. And then it's up to the humans to match that vibration, which may or may not be your current lover. Or say money, as a classic example, your desire for money is instantly created by your source. The question then remains, what will be the delivery system of that money? Whatever situation you're in, it may not be that job or that business, not necessarily. It may be something entirely new that becomes the delivery system of that money. Point is to be open. Or it may be your current business or job improves to match your desires. The point is, you've got to follow the money, or follow the lover, or follow the health, or follow whatever your desires and your source leads you that may not be where you think. And I'll give you a master key. Your source will always lead you to the path of least resistance. And dramas and problems and conflicts, etc., which will always be the easiest and most joyful and fun pathway. Your source will always lead you to the path of most ease and least resistance. So, if the easiest and funnest pathway is leave that good-for-nothing bastard, well, then get the hell out of Dodge. Or, if the easiest pathway is stay put and then just get yourself into alignment with your desires so that there's room for your relationship to improve, or your relationship to gently sort of dismantle itself and move on, then get onto that. If the path of least resistance is to say to your boss, take this job and shove it, because you've already got another offer, you've got a plan B, so to speak. Here's where it's good to have a plan B. Then, if that is the case, if that is the path of least resistance, then again, get the hell out of there and go straight to the new gig. Or if the path of most joy, most allowance, most fun is stick around and just be happy with the blessings that you have so that you can attract more blessings, more money, maybe you get a raise, better position, new job, new relationship, whatever it is, then do that. Here's where you've got to be tapped into your inner guidance system, which is always giving you GPS directions on the nicest and easiest pathway to get what you want. And it's easy to follow that guidance, theoretically anyway, if you get in tune, because the easy, no resistance, fun path feels good. It always feels the best. And the pathway of hard work and struggle feels bad. And Source is always guiding you to the pathway of joy and ease and surrender. So just follow that path and you'll always be in the right place at the right time, on the right track, doing the right things with the right people, with fun people, doing fun things and fun situations that match your vibration of joy. So I hope you have enjoyed my podcast, Realism is for Zombies, and you no longer live like a zombie on planet Earth and become an unreal creator. And it helps you to become a truly inspired, excited, and happy creator of unreal things, where you become an unrealistic, magical creator of everything you desire. And most importantly, you have fun on the journey of those creations, whether you have them physically or not. I hope it helps you to create a life for yourself where daily miracles become just normal, everyday occurrences in your life, where you lead a life full of nonstop magical synchronicities with amazing humans and amazing creatures and with amazing nature and abundance and health and love. Because the purpose of life is joy. The purpose of life is joyfully creating your desires into physical reality. That's why you came here, to have fun. It is the purpose of life is not struggle, hard work, prove your worthiness, prove your knowledge, prove anything. You didn't come here to prove anything to anyone, including God. The purpose of life is to have fun on the adventure of sorting through unwanted things in life and the wanted things of life, to then create lots of wonderful new things or more things that you already like. And for that journey of fun adventure to continue on and 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 on forever. Because you are an infinite, immortal, unlimited creator, and you never stop creating. You will never ever stop creating, and you will never ever stop desiring to create new wonderful things. So go now and be unreal. Keep it unreal, yeah. So that you can create what you want rather than creating more of what you don't want. Become the master of unreal creation that you truly are as source. You literally can create anything out of absolutely nothing with just your thoughts and desire and focus upon it. So if you enjoyed my vodcast, and I know you did, how could you not? Please share with your friends, bless them with these amazing teachings. Subscribe to my YouTube and podcast channel, The Master Keys of Creation. Come visit me at ZaKaiRan.com for more self-empowering goodies and products to help you create an amazing, harmonic, fun life for yourself. My name is ZaKaiRan, and I'm here to help you. Remember that you are an unlimited master of divine creation, and you have the power and freedom to create the joy, love, well-being, and abundance that you desire. Thanks again for watching my video or listening to this podcast, and I wish you immense joy and abundance on your journey of creation on planet Earth, amongst all the zombies, having the utmost compassion for their unknowingness and ignorance, and just seeing them as the awesome masters that they truly are. I wish you immense joy and fun on your amazing journey of creation, and remember to make life a holiday.